Rick Sacra loves this country so much that he speaks English with a Liberian accent. It's not always easy to understand him, even for this reporter who grew up in Africa.
Do me a favor, if you cannot speak in Liberian English. Okay, so if you can talk in just regular English that you learned in high school, that would be
My man, I finished forgetting now.
I can see that.
Sacra and his wife Debbie first traveled to the West African nation some 30 years ago. What drew the couple here from Massachusetts?
Well, I think it's the calling and conviction of the Lord in my life. He just has put a love for Liberia in my heart. And thankfully, he's given that same love and commitment to my wife.
Sacra is a missionary doctor at ELWA Hospital outside Liberia's capital, Monrovia. ELWA stands for Eternal Love Winning Africa. Founded by American missionaries in 1965,
If you put your finger right here.
the hospital's mission is sharing the love of Jesus by caring for the sick.
Oh, he's fooling me a little bit.
ELWA is all about providing care, compassionate care in the name of Christ.
ELWA has been the Sacra's home away from home now for 24 years.
In Corinthians, it says, Christ's love compels us. And I think that that just characterizes the way that we feel that Christ's love compels us to go where we're needed.
Since arriving here on the shores of Liberia back in 1995, Dr. Sacra has had one driving passion, and that is to train the next generation of Liberian doctors. His dream came true, by the way, about a year and a half ago, when he launched the first family medicine program.
So what about abscess?
It's the only one of its kind here and gives the 56-year-old doctor an opportunity to put his training to use as a family physician.
It's been my desire for many years to be able to pour my life and my skills and my experiences into local doctors who will be able to pick up where I'm going to leave off.
All right, this is the man on the motorcycle. Is Jeremiah Colley, and he's leading us. We're going to follow him. We are going to his home. Payakweli is where he came from.
For Sacra, it's also about using medicine for ministry.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Big Daddy. You can do it.
CBN News joined a team from the hospital on a medical outreach to the Liberian forest.
Getting to take you on this medical outreach trip into a rural area and see, bring a pastor with us who can share Christ in the vernacular along in concert with what we're doing medically. It's just exciting.
Our 2-hour journey through the bush brought us to this remote village.
This was not here the last time I was here.
After a time of worship, prayer, and a short sermon by the village pastor, Sacra and team spend the next 9 hours tending to more than 300 villagers.
Folks here don't have access to medical facilities. They have to walk several hours to get to a medical center.
Jarto Holdero and her baby had to walk 3 hours to today's outreach. She, like so many that CBN News spoke with, was grateful for the team's visit.
I'm so thankful to God that I could come to have my daughter seen by the doctors. It was a difficult journey, but worth it.
Probably in that operating room.
The Sacras also pay a price. They have lived through 2 civil wars, and the 2014 deadly Ebola outbreak in West Africa almost cost Rick his life. He got infected with the virus while caring for a pregnant woman at ELWA Hospital and had to be airlifted from Liberia to a treatment center in Omaha.
An American doctor who became infected with the Ebola virus in West Africa is in stable condition tonight at a Nebraska hospital.
Thankfully, he survived and returned to Liberia several months later to continue his calling of loving the stranger.
And as I always joked with people, hey, I'm immune now. I can't get Ebola again, so I might as well go and help.
In late January, Dr. Sacra received the prestigious $500,000 L'Haim Prize for his work in Liberia. His hospital is also one of the recipients of a $2 million matching grant given by African Mission Healthcare and CBN that will help improve ELWA's infrastructure, train additional medical experts, and expand compassionate care to the Liberian people. Resources that Sacra says will go a long way to saving lives, both physically and spiritually.